Say because of the way the society did these days and all the bad things when they happen to children, all the uh, rape, molestations, and what have you. I mean, things when they bring glory to our children, when most adults they do, like pedophiles, they defile our children and all that. So for this, I can say okay. Child sex education is something when it be say. When we talk about for our society, the society they frown at the parents they don't even want to talk about it. In fact, all parents believe that my child is different. My child can never be molested. My child can never do this. My child can never do that. I think that era don't pass. Because the era when we dey inside now, our children they do things. Our children know things. Our children, to an extent, they understand some things. Therefore, child sex education, for me personally, parents should start teaching child sex education at an early stage. Now, because most parents have not even today knowledgeable or educated enough on how to go about to teach their children sex education. In fact, even them as parents or adults, they've not even accepted the fact that they need to talk about sex, let alone educating their younger ones about what sex is all about. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I started at the age of 2 to teach her, tutor her on sex education. Now, because she's a child, there are stages, there are basic things that you need to start with, like teaching him or her all the private parts of their body, the one that is to be seen by everyone, and parts that are not to be seen and touched by anyone. And also, as you dey teach them these things, start from the basics. Your head, your shoulder, your nails, your toes, start from that basics. Tell them because my daughter knows that school early. So I took my time, I was homeschooling her. So she knows that her breast, her bum bum, her vagina should not be touched by anyone other than her mom and her school teacher, whoever cleans her up when she goes to school. It is very important that we start at early age to teach the child sex education. Tell them when they get to a certain stage, at your own comfort, yeah, teach them from whatever stage, but as they grow from 2 to 5, you teach them a different thing. To 9 years, you teach them a different thing. I mean, even sexually, if a 9-year old can bet a child, yeah, then the 9-year old knows sex, knows penetration. I mean, if a 10-year old can do sexual stuff, means they know and they understand. So when they get to a stage where they have started developing certain parts of the body, it is very okay as a parent to tell them if you meet a man, this is going to happen. If they touch, or when they're even younger, say, when anybody that touches you, come and tell me. Show me where they touch. Anybody that is touching you in the places that your mommy said or your daddy said you should not touch, run, shout, scream. There are ways you can apply to teach these children these things. Let's not say that they don't know these things anymore. No, in fact, now you don't need to teach them. They are somehow exposed to it. They go to school, they go to churches, they go to mosques, they go to social gathering. They also have feelings. They also know that they like this person, they want to be around this person as early as even 2 years. A male child is already liking a female child. A female child is already liking one male child. So it is important that we start as early as possible to teach our children the right things to do and not to say, oh, my child cannot do this. Oh, it's not my child's portion. all the ones that has been happening to other children, it has never been the portion. They didn't pray for that. They didn't ask for it. So it is best to teach them. And do not make your child trust anyone so much. Because often than not, this molestation starts from inside the house. Let them not trust anyone so much. When they say, Mommy, I have something to tell you, give them ears, even in your worst moments. Listen to them because they honestly have something to tell you. And when they tell you, believe it, don't doubt it. So please, parents, I am urging, I am begging, I'm pleading with all of you, all of us, to start teaching our children the right thing. Our male children, teach them that it is very okay to respect a woman, not to molest a woman. There are things you shouldn't do, and there are things that are for adults. We all know those things that are for adults. Teach them, they already know these things, but tell them when you get to the right age, 18 max, then you can indulge in things like this. I believe it will go a long way in helping them understand when, where, how to do some certain things. And these days, you see, because children have access to gadgets, they can record whatever they like. It is okay as a parent to tell them it's not a bad idea that you have a gadget, but when times like this comes, you don't use your gadgets, you don't do this, you don't do that, because social media, it's a very different kind of place, and social media has a lot of influence on us, let alone our little ones. So please, let's take out time to teach our children correctly what is right and what is wrong, and when you are to do this and when you are not to do this. This is for adults, that is for children. Teach them. They ask a lot of questions. My name is Tushbiba. You can call me Her Excellency. All right, this is child sex education. Teach them, teach them, teach them.